speaking with us a minute ago. Michael, you've got something else there to share this evening.
Yeah, right now I'm joined by the Forest Park captain, Captain Wingate. And Captain, I know you and your crew, you've been out here going door to door. Tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing out here and what kind of things you're finding.
We're doing what's called a secondary search, where we go back through here and just make sure we don't find any residents still in their homes, their animals, fatalities, things like that. We're going through house to house, very detailed, digging under everything, debris, closets, shelters, backyards, just anything we can find. Right now, luckily we haven't found any fatalities. We found one gentleman. He was safe. We took him over to rehab, and we found a few animals that we rescued. So.
Tell me though, our viewers at home haven't been able to see some of the houses at the front of the street, but it's my understanding there are some people who are actually in their homes tonight. They didn't have any damage.
Yes, it's very weird. Just a few houses down here, we went in and it looks like it's totally destroyed, but you go in and it isn't touched. So it's hit or miss. You go into one house and it's just in shambles, and the next house it's fine. So it's very weird. It's a very weird scene. So.
For people who aren't familiar with Forest Park, I believe you guys are a volunteer fire department. You guys are just outside Oklahoma City. This is more. This isn't your city. Mm-hmm. Why did you feel like it was so important to come out here and help?
Well, besides our fire department, we're also on a county task force, Oklahoma County Task Force. So any kind of emergency management, fires, tornadoes, anything, we're geared up and ready to go to help our. I mean, we're all brothers. We're all family in Oklahoma. So we're out here every time anybody needs us.
You're going house to house in the dark. I see you've got your hard hat on, but Sarah, dangerous. I mean, lots of debris out here, nails. Talk about the conditions you guys are up against right now.
They're very extreme dangers, like you said. We can't see anything. We're pretty much. You've got to have your ears on and your nose, and just we had gas leak back there when we first started. So when the guys found it, it's like you said, it's very extreme. You have to be very careful.
I was talking to some of your guys. They were telling me that you guys were actually fighting a fire.
Yes, sir.
And then you had to come to this.
Yes, we did a structure fire in Spencer, Oklahoma. They got that under control and released us, and we came straight out here to help with that more.
Obviously, as a first responder, you respond to lots of disasters. I don't know if you were around in 1999, but looking at this damage just from this street, how does this damage compare?
I feel, and I've had discussions with my chief who was out here for that tornado, I feel that it's greater. It's more significant than the one back in '99.
Talk about the houses you're going through right now. I know it's dark, but describe to our viewers, people watching at home, what kind of damage you're seeing in these homes.
It'd be like if you took a piece of chalk and crumbled it in your hand. You really can't tell where the garage was or where the living room was. You look for objects, kind of familiar objects, tools or children's toys to let you know where you're at. Children's toys, and we check, very thorough pictures of maybe families, so we maybe would know what we're looking for, who we're looking for, things like that. So really, it's hit or miss. Like I said, it's one house will be fine, and the next you can't tell what was in there.
And I just want to be clear, if you could reiterate for us, there were not reports of anyone still trapped here. This is just a precautionary measure.
No, we have not had any reports of anybody trapped where we're searching. Again, it's a secondary search. We're just going through and making sure that some people, they're in shock or they're quiet, they're elderly and can't hear. So we're going through and just making sure we get everybody accounted for.
Is this the only place you've been in Moore, or have you been around the city, and can you kind of describe what else you've seen around the city of Moore?
This is our first deployment we're on right now for today, so I can't really compare it to any other parts of the neighborhood or the city. But coming into staging into here, it's the schools were pretty bad when we drove by them. I'm not sure.
You deal with a lot of tragedy being a firefighter, but I mean, how hard is this for you, being out here seeing this devastation?
It's you take it one step at a time. My family's at home safe and waiting for me, and I pray to God for that. And I know that if it was my son or my mom or dad or my husband out here, then I would definitely want somebody like me or my guys out here looking for them, making sure they're safe. So you just you kind of put that in the back of your mind, and you get your job done. You don't let it tear you apart too bad.
All right, Captain, I know you and your crew have a long night ahead of you. I want you to get back to work. Thank you so much for taking time out, and what you guys are doing. It's great, and I know Oklahomans appreciate it, especially the residents of Moore really happy that you're out here and working.
Thank you.
So there you guys go. You know, volunteer firefighters, they're not even with the city of Moore. They heard about what happened, they've seen the pictures, and they're out here helping out, making sure that no one is still trapped in this community. Paul?
Okay, thank you very much, Michael Seiden, live there, looking at some of the damage. And